Hello and welcome. My name's Campbell and this is Spiral Up, where we talk about practical spirituality, things that we can actually use in our everyday experience to improve our lives. And today I wanted to talk about what's going on in the world, because obviously there's a lot going on and we are at a turning point, and this is all got to do with intention and decisions. We get to choose where we go from here. So what I wanted to talk about is all my life, basically when I was 15, I was told that I was here for a reason and that I was going to see a great change, that I was here and I was going to be a part of a great change and a great sort of changing of the guard. Not really a battle, but something big. And this person also said that there's a lot of people that want to be down here to see this. That's why the population's getting so big, which was interesting. But basically what it is ever since I can remember, since I was very little, I've always had a sense that I'm here for. When I was younger, it was like a battle. I pictured it as like a battle, like a war battle, because I guess that's the only conception I had of of like a war, of like a battle. But as I've got older, that has changed, and obviously here we are. This isn't a battle. Obviously, it's not like an old-time war. There's no guns or tanks being used here. This is psychological battle. It's a spiritual battle, and it's a battle for your beliefs and your intent. And really, what they're trying to do is get you to choose. Like, what are you going to choose? Are you going to choose you? Are you going to choose your heart and what you believe and hold dear and what you know is true and good? Or are you going to follow the crowd because it's easy? Are you going to do what people in authority tell you to do because that's what you've been told your whole life, right? Go to school. Stop daydreaming. Pay attention to the teacher. The teacher's right. If you don't say what the teacher says, then you're wrong. Okay, this is a thing, you're gonna stay with that programming, or is it time to break it? Because here we are, guys, this isn't a joke, here we are, and this could still go badly. And there's nothing that says that it can't go both ways. There's nothing that's saying this isn't a split of some kind, and it really is up to us and our intention to choose. Are we gonna take the higher road, or are we gonna stay down here with these parasitic entities controlling us and living off us, basically, and controlling our perception of who we are and our perception of reality, because that's what's happening, and we know this. Okay, the control system, whichever way you want to look at them, the parasites, the families, they do control the banks, the medical system, the education system, all of media, the music industry, newspapers, Hollywood, all this stuff, all owned by the same people. And why do you think that is? Because these are all control systems. Now, what we found out in this lockdown is so many people are not working now. They're at home, but things still seem to be ticking along. There still seems to be food, petrol in most places, people, and we're 6 months into this. So all these jobs, what were they doing? What were people doing with their lives? Because now it's all stopped. The world hasn't stopped. So those jobs weren't essential at all. So this is the thing. The whole system was built to keep us distracted from who we are and to keep us distracted from looking at who is running the system, who is telling us what to do. But that, of course, is falling apart now. And looking out there on the world, it seems that this parasitic entity, it can't do much right at the moment. It's controlled us for a long time, but at the moment, everything it tries fails. It just is. And this comes down to energy, because like I said, what we're going through here is spiritual. It's everything, because everything's all three. Everything is physical, spiritual, and mental. So if we're going through a spiritual awakening, we are of course going to see that manifested physically, which is what we're seeing: confusion, everything breaking down, everything changing, people not knowing what to do. Some people making big changes, some people following the crowd. This is all about, where do you want to go in the future? What kind of world do you want to build? Where do you want your grandchildren to live? What kind of world? Because so many people are acquiescing and just complying at the moment with these masks. Now, these masks do not at all help stop the spread of any virus at all. It's on the packaging. It's on the packaging of these masks. If you don't believe me, go buy a packet, read the packaging. It will tell you that they're not made to stop any kind of virus. Viruses also can't live outside the body. They're not what they tell you. And even if they could, they can only live up to 24 degrees. So why are all these warm countries that are above 24 degrees told to social distance and wear masks? What we're being told is going directly against what they have told us in the past. And now they're trying to change the story as we go forward. And we've basically got to say no. We've got to stop this, because they are testing how many people will wear the mask, because that they want to know how many people will take the jab. That's what they want to know. And you don't want to take the jab, guys. Do your own research. Don't listen to me. Look into it. Look into what's inside the Gates, the Gates vaccines, and what Big Pharma want to push. Have a look what's inside them. Look into things like RNA in vaccines. Look into things like full DNA codes in vaccines that they want to give children. Okay, it's all out there, guys. You just got to do your research. And this is another thing. We've had MSN, media, music, all this stuff, movies for so long trying to tell us our morals and our ethics and how we should live and how we should build and structure our society. And clearly what's coming out now is that's all just been lies to lead us down a path. We can see what's happening. Over-sexualization of children is rampant. They spend all their time promoting foods that kill us. Promoting lifestyles that are unhealthy and unethical. Everything in this society that is given to us by the mainstream media is taking us down the wrong road. It's unethical, and what it is it's a direct attack on the creation. This is, when we get down to the crux of it, what's happening now is there is parasitic entities who do not like us, because we are the creation. We are the ultimate creation, and we have spirit imbued inside of us, and we have inalienable rights which can never be taken away. These entities don't have that, so they're jealous, and that they're trying to take over and become the false god, and a lot of people are buying into it. So please don't do that. Please do your research. And so the message I really want to get in here is the world is changing, guys. You cannot deny it. It's going to change. It's not going to go back to what it was. And you have the choice. You have the power and the decisions to be made that will determine where you end up. And like I said, there's no guarantee that if someone is focused on the world being good and good outcomes, that they won't end up there, and someone who is focused on the bad will end up there. We may not all be going to the same place, because this is all energy, guys. This is all frequencies. So some of us who are raising our frequencies and looking forward, focusing on the positive, focusing on what we can be and being heart-centered, are probably going to rise to another frequency, while everyone else who refuses to do that will just stay here. Do you want to stay here in this, controlled reality, or would you rather transcend into something higher? Because we have the choice. And if there ever was a time to make a choice, of course it's now. And the choice is ours. And all we ever really have, and all we ever really own, is choice. And of course, we are told, we are programmed not to use choice. We are programmed to listen to authority and let them make the choices for us. But we can't do that because we know who authority is. They're the parasites. They want us to make their choice. They want us to choose them. Okay, that's why this is a spirit. This is good against bad guys. It's good against evil. It's good people against bad people. It's the light against the dark. It really is. It really is. I mean, I'm not going to say too much, but you can look into what these people do. Hollywood, media, things to do with fast food like hot dogs and pizzas. And this has been going on for a very long time. A very, very long time. Since day dot. They've been building and building their cult and building it, and they've now got to the point where they pretty much own the entertainment industry, the music industry, the media, the news, all of big business, and most of politics. Now, this is, of course, mainly in Western countries this has happened. Not all countries are the same. There are some that aren't as infiltrated, but basically with the banks, the central banks, they're in every country apart from the ones that America goes to war with. And of course, America hasn't been to war in 4 years, which is very good, which shows you that some people in politics are doing what they say they will do, while most others are doing everything they can to push the people down and take away their rights and freedoms. And this cannot happen. This cannot happen. We need to stand up, guys. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope that made sense. But we are really in the point where we need to get real. Find out who we are. If you need to, go and find a mirror and have a chat with yourself. And I'm serious. Find out who you are. Who do you want to stand for? Who do you want to be for your children? What kind of persona do you want to be? Do you want to be someone who people look up to and admire, and someone who can motivate people to change and to be their best? Or do you want to be someone who walks along yelling at people because they're not complying by wearing a mask, without doing the research of why people should be wearing their mask? This is it, guys, all right? So yeah, think about what you want for the future, and then use that intention to create it. It's pretty much the same message I always give, but we really need to get serious. Find out what we want, what we stand for, and stand there unmovably, immovably. When these little people in their uniforms with their little bits of paper that they will tell you that you are, and their legal system come along trying to rule you and tell you what to do, stand immovably as a man or woman under law, because that's what you are, and you have rights that cannot be taken away. And the big scam is they're trying to tell you that no, you don't have rights, and somehow you've signed them all over to government, which is not true. All right, so this is it, guys. It's time for us to be good, heart-centered people and make decisions that will bring this world to a place that we all want to inhabit and experience. All right, thanks for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye for now.